Ik moet eerst even kijken of dit werkt ook. Volgens mij
Er
wel.
staat recording.
Ja,
Dus dan doet hij het toch?
ik denk het wel. Dan neemt hij ons nu op, Geert.
Dan is dit de eerste stap, ah?
So, Geert, I've got a couple of questions for you. You're in Pittsburgh right now, right?
Yes, I am.
So you're in a college team. What's your college team?
I play for Point Park University for the men's soccer team.
All right. How is it going right now?
Like right now we having a losing record because we lost the first 2 games, but the last game we won with 6-3. But yeah, it's very difficult than last year because last year we already had like we almost played 10 games at this moment, and now we only played 3 games.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult, but yeah, we are getting there. So it's going pretty well at the moment for us.
Yeah. So you guys are playing this season.
Yeah.
In regards to last year, what are the difference and what were the adjustments you had to make as a team, or I don't know, as a conference?
Yeah, there are so many differences. To start with the preseason, normally we have 2 weeks of preseason, but now we had 1 month of preseason. The first 2 weeks we had to practice in groups of 10. We were not able to practice with physical contact, so it was very different because you couldn't do the normal drills that you normally do in preseason. And last year and the years before, we always had scrimmages before the official game started.
Yeah.
Now we only had 1 scrimmage. So yeah, that's different.
Before you actually came into conference right away.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
so we only had one scrimmage, and that was after 1 month of practicing.
Mm-hmm.
And what's also different now is that you have to wear a mask before and after practice. Coaches have to wear masks during practice, and they get your temperature before and after every practice. They ask you if you have any symptoms, and if you have any symptoms, because that's what already happened with some of my teammates, then you have to do a test for COVID. And
oh, really?
It's very, very different than last year and the years before.
Yeah. So, are you guys getting tested regularly now, or is it just if you have symptoms and then you have to get tested?
Yeah, so we don't get tested regularly, only if you have symptoms. Okay. Or if you live with someone that has symptoms, then they just want to be sure that you get tested as well. I don't know how is it at your college? You guys getting tested?
I mean, they're doing random samples right now, so all the students are getting random emails to show up for a test, or basically a test, and then either that, or if you indeed have symptoms, or if somebody on your team has symptoms, then the whole squad is gonna get tested. We actually had to be tested before we came into this year.
Before you went to college, or before you went into the US?
No, before we went to school again.
Okay.
Just to make sure that I guess not too many people had it, and the people who had it, to make sure that they were in quarantine and like get rid of COVID to get started. Because is your school having in-person classes?
Yeah, we can choose if we have in-person or online classes. Like I started this year with some online, some in-class classes, but I switched that to online classes because I thought that was easier for me.
Yeah.
Because we have practice every morning, and then after that I always had to hurry to go to class. Sometimes I was late, and that just didn't work that well for me. So I choose to do it online from behind my laptop, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It's you don't have to commute, you don't have to get ready to go into class. You can
exactly
open up your laptop and
you as well. You have online?
Yeah, but we're using it's a hybrid system.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
instead of like meeting twice a week, we only meet once, either on screen or in person. And then yeah, the other day is basically discussions online and
yeah.
basically assignments.
Much easier though.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time actually. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like it because because of the time you save. You have
Yeah,
actually, and the stress, bro. It's so much less stress.
yeah, true.
But yeah. Um, how do you think school is where you are right now compared to where you were in Holland? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I never studied at the university in the Netherlands, but I went to high school there. And yeah, you mean compare high school in the Netherlands with university here,
Um, I
or
would say
just
just like the big lines of the education system. You know, like
um
in high school, there's certain like courses you need to take. In college, it's the same.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. So for me, the biggest difference was I graduated from high school, and I thought, okay, now I'm gonna go to university, to focus on one um like major,
yeah,
because I'm a business major, and I wanted to follow business courses. And when I came there, the first year you had to take general classes, so that was really different for me. Like I had to take classes that I took in high school already,
yeah.
so that was different. For the rest, like we have a pretty small university. We only have like 7,000 students,
Mm-hmm.
and we are also in classes with 30 people. So that's similar to high school in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I do think that the level of education in the Netherlands is pretty high in high school compared to some classes that I'm taking in university right now.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the biggest difference is like college sport. In America, you
Yeah.
grow up with or even high school, you play a lot of sports. You play for your high school. In the Netherlands, it's so different.
Yeah, the culture on high school sports and like college sports is it's perfect, right?
Yeah, I love it because you can play every day. If you miss a class before because of practice or because of a game, the teachers will understand it.
Yeah.
And in the Netherlands, it's your sports team has nothing to do with your university. So
No, it's either
sometimes, yeah,
it's either that, or if you're in a pro academy, they can make some arrangements or anything,
only
right?
then, yeah,
Yeah.
only then. But in general, like for example, if you miss college because of practice, they don't care about that because they don't have contact with your sports team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
So how
sense.
do you think about that? Do you like that system?
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Um, it's something like you said we don't have in the Netherlands, and I'm not saying we should implement it, but um, I think it's cool to have sports and academics on the same, I don't know, on the same institute, on the same school.
Yeah.
Play for your school creates a community.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is with your guys, but like if we have a big game, there's a decent amount of people, around hundreds of people, maybe sometimes thousands, depends on how big the game is, of course.
Yeah.
If you're playing a final or whatever. Um, but you actually play in a professional stadium, do you?
We used to play.
Oh, you used to
We
play?
used to play in Highmark Stadium. That's like the home field of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. They play in the USL.
Yeah,
And yeah, we played there for a lot of years, and that was so nice because you had an actual stadium, professional facilities, and a nice view in the city.
yeah.
But because of COVID, we are not allowed to play there anymore. They only want to let their team play there. So we play now at a field like 10 minutes from the city,
Oh
which
shit.
sucks because now nobody is watching our games. And yeah, it's really different. Doesn't feel like a home game for us, you know?
No, it's just like neutral ground.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, so you take the bus, or you actually have to use cars for
yeah.
the.
We have a lot of teammates who have cars in the
Okay.
team, so like we make sure everyone gets picked up by some players. We also have a van who drives there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for practice that's all fine. But like for games, it sucks because even people are not even allowed to watch the games in the stands.
They
People
are.
can come and they can watch it, but they have to sit in their car.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. So that's
Wow.
imagine I'm inviting you to my game and I say, yeah, but you have to sit in your car. Do you think you're gonna come then?
I mean, it's probably hard to see it from your car, so
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I would want to watch it.
yeah, and so there's no
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah, it kind of kills the home team advantage, right?
yeah, exactly.
But I mean that happens with all the teams right now because there aren't any spectators.
True. But it sucks because like it's my senior year
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking forward so much to play again one more year in that stadium, you know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we're also playing some top teams in the conference at home.
Yeah.
And every time when we play at home, you see the other team like looking, wow, this is sick, you know, sick stadium.
Yeah. They're
So
like
that gives
intimidated.
us confidence, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
What do you think is so how many teams are in your conference?
So we have 10 teams in the conference now,
10?
so we only play 10 games now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you actually have a conference tournament after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's
that
it
will
for this
be
season.
at the end of November, I think, or middle of November.
Okay. What do you think your team is how your team is gonna do? How your
Yeah,
team is
we
gonna
we we
perform?
always end high in the conference, always third or fourth. So we always make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Um, so we will for sure make it to the playoffs, but it's ranked teams who are in the top 25 of the country. So
That's
that's
pretty
always hard.
hard. Yeah.
But yeah, of course I'm confident because I think we have some really good players and you know if we have to make a good game plan to play against those teams.
Yeah.
But the conference tournament is at one of the top teams campuses.
Okay, so
So
they're actually already decided that the tournament is gonna be there.
yeah,
So even if you end up like at the first seed, you're not
yeah,
gonna lose the tournament.
yeah. No, it's gonna
Wow,
be at their place. So, but
that's
yeah,
a
I mean,
that's a huge advantage for the team then.
yeah, and also because like they have a grass field, a huge field, so they know how to play on that field
Yeah,
really well, you know.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I'm confident because we always end high in the conference, you know. So
yeah, for sure. So before you actually came to the US, we were playing together at in Zutphen. How did you ended up in the US, and how did you decide it for back then from I'm gonna go to the US and I'm gonna study there, I'm gonna play soccer there? How did that go, the process?
yeah, so I was in my like senior year of high school
Yeah,
and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I took like a year off and that was 2016, 2017 and we played in the first team of FC Zutphen together.
yeah,
And like in August or September, I got a message on Facebook from a Dutch agency that helps you during the process to go to America and to fix all the documents and talk with coaches. So since I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I wanted to play soccer at a good level and find a good education, I talked with them and they said I had a pretty good chance to get a good scholarship at a pretty good school.
yeah,
So yeah, you know how that process goes. You have to make a SAT, TOEFL test, make a highlight video, and then they put you in like a database. And you, if you are lucky, you get a lot of emails from coaches. So I got some emails from some decent good teams
Yeah.
in the country, and I also wanted to follow hospitality management as a study.
Yeah.
And so I got a really good offer from a school in Missouri. Like it was in the middle of nowhere. It's called Missouri Valley College.
Yeah.
But the soccer program was really good. They always go to the nationals, always win or almost always win the conference.
Yeah.
And I could follow that study there. That's what I heard from my coach. So I signed there and I went there in August of 2017. And like at when I came there, I didn't know where I was, man. It was literally in the middle of nowhere. There was nothing to do.
Yeah.
And also the I was talking with my advisor to register for classes, and I said, yeah, I would like to follow some hospitality classes. And then he said, oh, but this major is not available since 5 years already, so we don't
Oh,
even
what?
offer it. So my coach actually lied to me, and
Oh, he just said that to make you come to
yeah,
that school.
my coach even came to the Netherlands to to have dinner with me and my parents and everything. And he said like, yeah, you're gonna be one of the best players of the team, attacking midfielder, you know. And when I came there, there were already like three guys for the same position. They were juniors and seniors as well.
Yeah.
So that was pretty hard in the beginning, yeah, to
So
get
you did
used to that.
you didn't you didn't play, or did you play?
No, so I only played like the last 10, 15 minutes if we were winning 4-0, you know. So I never started a game there.
So he basically made you calm.
Yeah,
You were in the understanding of my major is there. I can follow a good study and then
yeah,
play on the side, but that wasn't true.
it wasn't true. And like yeah, that was so hard. I didn't play 1 minute for the first 5 games, you know.
Yeah.
So that was hard, but yeah, he actually he sold a dream to me that wasn't true.
Yeah. Um, what do you think of the level soccer wise when you compare it to what you used to when we played
Mhm.
together and
Yeah.
when you first came to America and played college soccer?
It's very different, I think. Here, like in the Netherlands, it's very tactical.
Yeah.
Very, a lot of smart players. Everyone knows what to do. And I think here in America, it's so different. It's more physical. It's faster. Sometimes it goes box to box without thinking. There
Yeah.
are less tactics, I think, but I do think that practices are more intense because you are on the field every day, in the gym almost every day, so you become a better athlete. But
Yeah.
yeah,
The
it's not comparison.
competitiveness is insane,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah. So how do you think about that?
yeah, same. I think it's also different because we played with players that were older than us.
Yeah,
Now we are playing with the same age range, which makes the
yeah,
players yeah, the players are not developed as the older players were in the Netherlands.
yeah,
So I think that's the biggest difference. But yeah, like everybody is running their
yeah,
ass off on the
yeah.
field. And,
And yeah,
yeah,
you can also like in the Netherlands when we played there, we were 18, 19 in the first team. And as you said, we played with guys from some guys were 30.
yeah, yeah,
So you learn so much from those guys. And here you don't really learn from your teammates because they're in the same age range.
yeah, yeah. It's it was good for us though to like be uh we play at a higher tempo right now, and we need to make decisions quicker
Hmm.
and be technically better because we have to move quicker.
Yeah,
That's the biggest difference between what we used to do back home in the Netherlands and what we're doing right now.
And you have to be in shape
Yeah, exactly. You
because
have to be in shape.
that's a big difference because the speed, like you said, is so much higher.
Yeah, no,
So that's
definitely.
yeah.
How did you cope with the COVID thing? How did you stayed in shape during COVID when Corona hit?
Yeah, so when
Or
COVID
get
like
got back into shape? Sorry.
no, I mean like when COVID started in March here, I went back at the end of March to the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like the first weeks I didn't do anything because I just stayed at home and like I live in the middle of the city, so I also didn't go out there.
Yeah.
But we have like a holiday house in like the east of the country,
Mm.
so it also yeah in kind of middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So like that's in the woods, and there was a soccer club there where I played every day and tried to stay in shape.
Mm-hmm.
So that yeah, I tried to work out every day there on the field
Did
by
you
myself.
did you guys get any workouts from like the coaching staff or like trainers from the school that said like, yo, Geert, do this and this in order to stay fit?
Yeah, yeah. So we got that. We got a training schedule from UPMC. That
Mm-hmm.
is the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. That's pretty big here in Pittsburgh.
I
And
was about they play Division One ACC, right?
yeah, they have a really good program as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they provided for us. They gave us a training schedule to stay in shape,
Mm-hmm.
and some that was very useful because they also gave you workouts to get stronger, not only to get fit, but also to get stronger without going to the gym. So yeah, that was very useful. Did your school gave you some stuff?
Yeah, we actually had a couple of personal trainers who helped us out during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
but it was more because back then it wasn't sure if we were having a season, so the season was still on, and was more for like get back into like the trainings and game fitness type thing. It wasn't the whole time. It was only for, I would say, 10 weeks. 10 weeks before we were supposed to come back for preseason, but
Mm-hmm.
that didn't happen. And now, yeah, now we're
So how
basically practicing.
because you don't have
Sorry, what did you say?
no, there was a connection. I said I asked you like how about now because you don't have a season. So how are you trying to stay fit?
We practice 3 times a week, for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. We do non-contact stuff, so a lot of technical work, implemented with fitness. So yeah, that's how we are like getting in shape. And we also have the gym open now, which we can use 3 times a week for 45 minutes, which is good. And hopefully in the next 2 weeks we can actually play like normal, and
Mm-hmm.
that way practice like normal, and
Yeah.
then really get back into some kind of shape. But without like games, it's hard to really get match fit.
Yeah. But your season starts in the spring for
Yeah,
sure,
now
or
it starts the 3rd of February.
okay. Well, that's gonna be different, man.
It's gonna be so different. Only conference only too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What?
and then for now, not even a scrimmage before we start conference, and then it's conference right away, and then the conference tournament, and then may you end up winning that, you go to the national tournament.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good motivation then.
Yeah, it is, but yeah, it's hard. So you actually are vlogging right now, right?
Yes.
How does it go? How does it work? How's it going?
Yeah, it goes pretty well. Like I started because um like I am here for 3 years now, and when I tell my friends or family some stories about how it is here, they don't really know how it is,
Yeah.
because I sometimes show them a picture or a short video, but they don't really know what I'm doing here.
Hmm.
So I decided, like, I'm just gonna vlog some things that I'm doing here, like a day in the life or a week in the life or what I do on a game day, to show them what I'm doing here. And also because I'm enjoying it so much here, what I'm doing,
Yeah.
I want to look back in 5 or 10 years how it was here. I don't want to forget that, and I
Yeah.
want to capture that on video. So yeah, I try to upload like a video every week
Hmm.
about, yeah, a day in the life, for example. That is what my friends also like to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like we said earlier, back home they don't really understand how it is to be a student athlete
Yeah,
in the U.S. Right?
yeah.
Um, what are your plans with your vlog? Like after the season it's done, or you want to capture more of your life afterwards?
Yeah, well, I want to for sure keep vlogging. I think the whole school year, because I graduate as well in the spring.
Yeah.
So at least till I graduate, and I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I'm
Yeah.
not sure yet, but I know that I don't want to go back to the Netherlands right away. I
Hmm.
want to try to find a job here in America or somewhere else. So if if I'm gonna find a nice place, I will for sure keep vlogging after I graduate as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, it's cool, especially for your friends and family to. It's kind of a way to keep them posted and keep them updated about
Yeah,
how life is going. Because
exactly.
I don't know about you, but sometimes I forget to catch up with some people back home, and it's hard to sometimes keep in touch because of the time difference as well.
So many times. All the time I have that problem.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
I
this
mean,
is a,
we had
this,
the same.
yeah, this is a great way to show how things are going
Yeah,
and to keep up with them, I guess.
yeah,
Um, so we talked a little bit about it right now, but your plans for after you graduate,
yeah.
um, there's nothing specific yet.
Yeah, so I am in a business major with a hospitality minor, and I would like to find a job in hospitality,
Hmm.
if that's possible, in a nice place here in the US. Um, but I also want to try to find a team to play for at least a year.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I don't want to go back to the Netherlands yet,
Yeah.
because then I feel like it went so fast and now I'm back and everything back to normal, and I don't really want that yet.
Okay, I got you.
You
Uh,
already have some plans?
for me, it's the same. I'm trying to stay here for the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, to either play or find a job. But I don't know if you notice. You know what an OPT is?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like foreign guys, it's necessary to stay in the country and work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that thing is only, I think it's only for a year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's 1 or 2 years. I think one, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that you have to get a working
Working visa,
visa,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's basically the struggle for people like us
yeah,
after we're done here and want to stay here.
yeah, true. You have to be lucky that your employer is happy with you and
Yeah,
wants to get a working visa.
yeah, and it's gonna cover all the expenses, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's expensive. Um, is it so? To be an athlete, like you probably need to watch what you eat too, right?
Yes.
Is there anything specific you follow, or is it just what is your secret about your eating and staying fit and recover? What works for
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. So um I cook by myself because I like to cook.
Hmm.
So I actually have like a cooking book. Is that how you call it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, for like healthy foods for athletes.
Okay.
And I try to eat like fruits every day and vegetables, stuff like that. Drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
But like there's not one specific way that I'm using, but I try to eat like 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and not small snacks in between. Sometimes before I go to the gym, I eat like a protein bar
Yeah.
and or a protein shake after.
Hmm.
But yeah, I this is the book though. It's like, can you read it?
Eat like an athlete.
Yeah. So there are a lot of like healthy recipes in there, and
Okay.
that's really what I'm trying to do. I try to meal prep though. I always cook on Sunday for like 5 days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's perfect,
that's
right?
how I try to stay healthy. Yeah. How do you do that?
Yeah, kind of the same. Eat a lot of greens, a lot of fruit. Try to stay away from meat
Yeah.
for me because I think it's too heavy and I don't recover quicker from it. I get my protein from like beans and uh, what's it called? Protein shakes,
Mm-hmm.
which yeah, I feel actually great and it gives me a lot of energy and I need less time now to recover from heavy practices and like heavy
Mm-hmm.
lifts, which is
Yeah.
which is perfect.
Yeah, because you also cook by yourself, right? You don't eat
Yeah,
in the cafeteria at school.
no, no.
Okay.
I used to do that my first year, but first of all, it was not the best food I've ever had.
Yeah, true.
To say to say it very politely,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I mean, cooking is nice. People should enjoy it, right? It's
Yeah,
if you
it's
can
it's
make a lovely dinner for you and your friends, it's nice to share it, and like if it's healthy too, it's
yeah.
perfect. Like you know what you put into your meal,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not gonna be it's not gonna be the Burger King or McDonald's, you know.
Even though that's hard sometimes because like in the city you have so many fast food
Yeah,
chains, and when I walk in Pittsburgh, I see so many fast food stuff,
it's
which
easy,
is so
right? You
easy.
walk in, you get something really quick, and you're out of
Yeah,
it.
and it's cheap. It's so much cheaper than healthy foods.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes because I think there's a lot of what's it called, cheap produce and cheap fruits as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is to I don't know, to keep it fresh and like save it, or
Yeah,
I don't know, prep it for the next one and don't use it all at once. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, it's fun to keep busy with food. I believe it's
Yeah,
something.
and you just started with that like seriously, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love to share my recipes. I do this with my girlfriend actually, and we
Okay.
we both share our like it's plant based most predominantly, but yeah, it's nice to share that with anyone who
Yeah.
likes to know new recipes or I don't know whatever.
Yeah, so do you have like any plans with that, or
Uh,
are you just doing that for fun?
I'm just doing it for fun right now,
Okay.
just to I don't know, help people that want to be helped, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Here, do you have anything to say for new and upcoming student athletes? from the Netherlands, from I don't know, Germany, from the UK that want to come here to the US and play college soccer.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if this was like the right choice for me to do because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it here in America and to like be in a complete different culture than in the Netherlands. But it ended up being the best choice of my life because I am enjoying every day right now here. I have a team which are great friends. We hang out every week. Sometimes we go out with each other. We cook out. We do cookouts. And like I like soccer so much and I can practice every day. In a normal season, you have 2 to 3 games a week, and
Yeah,
you learn a lot about yourself, but also a lot about your home country. And
definitely.
if you don't like it after a year, you can always go back home and stay in your environment that you like. But I think if you are not sure if you are gonna make the step to America, I think you should take that chance because
Yeah,
you are not
totally.
gonna get a second chance, I think.
No, right? Just do it and see what happens,
Just do
right?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I
you
agree.
were also not sure if you were gonna do it, right?
No, exactly. But then, yeah. I mean, why not? Why
Yeah,
not? Yeah. It was great talking to you today, bro.
was a good conversation, Art, and
Yeah.
you good luck in the season in the spring and try to stay fit now in the fall.
Yeah. Thanks. You good luck in the conference, and go and get that chip.
I'll try. I'll do my best.
Yes, sir.
All right. See you, Art.
Thanks.